Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Wright and Ms. Hernandez, thank you both for being here. Mr. Wright, do you own a home?
I do.
Do you have a mortgage?
I do.
Does your mortgage company require you to carry homeowner's insurance?
It does.
Okay. Suppose your homeowner's insurer came to you and said, look, Mr. Wright, I can't tell you why, but I'm going to start raising your premium 18% a year because we hired this group called Milliman, and they've come up with this magical algorithm that can take a look at your home, not your neighbor's homes, but your home, and predict over the next 30 years your risk every single year of whether you're going to have a fire. And so we're going to start raising your rates 18% a year. We can't tell you how long we're going to stop raising those rates. We can, and we can't explain to you the minimum algorithm because it's secret. If we showed it to you, we'd have to kill you. What would you do?
You know, I get increases in the cost
Would
of
you
my
find
insurance.
try to find a new insurer?
I would ask questions to seek to understand, and I may shop for another insurer.
What if you can't shop? What if there are no other insurers, and your mortgage company says no? You've got to take this insurance.
Well, Senator, I think that as we look at these dimensions, there are pieces of algorithms, as you speak to, that we should be clear and show folks what those pieces are, and we have to understand that it is not
FEMA doesn't. FEMA doesn't.
And
FEMA has rolled out this program. They won't share the algorithm. There are 500,000 flood insurance policies in America. 10% of them are in my state. My people don't have million-dollar mansions on the Gulf. These are working people.
Right.
And their mortgage company requires them to carry flood insurance. Is the only way to get it. For example, in Cameron Parish, the average new cost of flood insurance there is $4,454. The median household income is $48,000.
And the wind
In
insurance
Plaquemines
is high
Parish,
as well.
the new price for insurance is $5,431. The median household income is $65,000. In St. Mary Parish, a new flood insurance policy costs $5,226, and the median household income is $40,218. Now, these people can't afford flood insurance, but they'll have to give up their home if they don't carry it. And if they go to FEMA and say, you raised my premiums 18% this year, how long are you going to keep doing it? They say, we can't tell you that. And these people say to FEMA, my people say to FEMA, have you considered levies, the impact of the levies? And FEMA says, we don't have to answer that. And then my people go to FEMA and they say, well, why are you doing this? Well, we have this new algorithm. And they say, can we see the algorithm to hire somebody to look at the algorithm and see if you're considering levies? And they say, oh, no. If we show you the algorithm, we'll have to kill you. And then my people find out that in 2022, in a secret memo that FEMA didn't want to come out, FEMA estimates that 900,000 policyholders, 20% of all the policyholders for flood insurance in the country, they figure they're going to drop their insurance.
Yeah. So, Mr.
Now,
Kennedy,
what's the point of flood insurance if nobody can afford it? And what's the point of having a federal agency paid for with people's taxpayer dollars if they won't explain to the people what they're doing?
So, Senator,
are you still for risk rating 2.0?
So, Senator, I am 5 years removed from making decisions in FEMA. And yes, I was the person who launched Risk Rating 2.0. And so we've had these conversations, and I'm happy to continue to do so.
Well, this isn't personal to you. I don't know what your involvement was, but the people that implemented this and rolled it out in this manner ought to hide their head in a bag.
So I do think that FEMA should be transparent about what they're doing. I also know that these insurance calculations are more like calculus than they are arithmetic. but the risks are growing. The cost of wind insurance in southern Louisiana is just as high or higher. And so I think there's an affordability need for sure. But we've got to look at this. Yes, FEMA should be showing the pieces. We need to make sure people understand it. I think people need to know which mitigation actions have a difference.
They're not.
And Senator, I think,
Right, you know that. Nor
and
do
they
the people at FEMA seem to care.
all I can say to you is that there are increasing risks. Those costs in some places, I was just in Cameron and Calcasieu Parish last month. I understand this. They're still recovering from Ida and Laura that came through.
I've got to wrap this up. If the IRS came to you and said, I don't know how much money you make, I don't want to know. If the IRS came to you and said, we're going to do your taxes for you this year, Mr. Wright, you owe $4 million in income taxes. Mm-hmm. But we can't tell you how we came up with the figure. You think that'd be fair?
That would not be a fair action by
No,
the
I
IRS.
wouldn't, would it?
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Senator Scott has